Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. The Laver Cup is over, and surprise, surprise, it's Team World and Andre Agassi. Stunning. Guys, we have so much to talk about the Laver Cup, but also Daniil Medvedev. What in the world is going on with him? Iga Świątek, dominant and making an insane comeback. Some very interesting overreactions that we have prepared. The Asian swing, who we think is going to do good, who's going to do bad. And also, we're going to make some picks. But guys, to start off, we have to start off with, I think, the most infectious, positive energy I've seen from a Team World team in a while. And that was this year. Team World Ismail taking down Team Europe to win the Laver Cup. That's now 3 Laver Cups for Team World. They're one step closer. Team Europe does have 5. But they're edging closer. And I think this was a dominant run. Your thoughts on Team World this Laver Cup?
I was loving Team World's vibe all throughout this Laver Cup. And guys, for me, the key reason for that is none other than Andre Agassi. I loved watching Andre Agassi. I loved hearing everything he had to say. I loved hearing him coach up all the players. I loved his vibe. I loved his reactions. For me, this is just welcome back Andre Agassi to tennis. He is such a character. He's such a joy to watch. He's only positive energy. He just exudes positive energy and knowledge and insight and everything good and beautiful about tennis. For me, guys, we saw some amazing matches and we can get into those. But my first amazing reaction is just Andre Agassi is amazing and I want to see more of him. And I love hearing him coach players and he's so thoughtful. And Yusuf, he was your favorite player when you were young. So, I mean, you must have really enjoyed this.
You took the words out of my mouth because one of the main things I couldn't wait to talk about was Andre Agassi. He was my first role model in tennis, this man. And I think the biggest win tennis had in 2025 is Andre Agassi coming back into the fold. Because you can see how much he loves the game. You can see just the passion and
much passion.
The way he's hyped up, the way he talks about the game, the way he talks about the players. He's extremely humble for a guy who is an absolute legend. And in this Laver Cup, Andre Agassi was the one that was gluing me to the screen. And I can't imagine what the players were feeling when you look to the bench and you see Andre Agassi, one of the best players to ever live, is as hyped as can be for a tennis match. He was never this hyped when he was playing. And just seeing him, fist bump and chest bump Cerundolo after the win. And just so many different things that Andre Agassi did. And then to cap it off where he's told his entire team, you guys have mother privilege now. And you know what that means? That means you guys call and ask for anything. The answer is yes before you even ask. And Andre Agassi, he was away for everyone, but he's back and he wants to give back to the game that he loves. And this was the biggest win for the Laver Cup, but this is one of the biggest wins for tennis because he's back. And I love to hear him speak. Whenever he speaks, I learn. Whenever Andre Agassi opens his mouth and talks about tennis, I'm learning something. This was amazing. I agree with you 1,000%, Ismail. Haroon, I loved it. Andre Agassi, my favorite player growing up, back in tennis in 2025, is exactly what I need as a fan.
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing he said was when Cerundolo was down 6-2, 5-1 to Alcaraz, and he's telling Cerundolo, "Come on, baby, greatest comeback ever. Here we go." that was a funny one. Yeah, it's awesome to see because
Haroon, about that, what's a coach to do? I mean, is there anything more than giving hope to your player? He's breathing in everyone confidence. The results we saw from Team World this week, and we can talk.
It's no coincidence. This is no coincidence.
They were big results. Those were big wins that we saw, Haroon. Sorry to go back to you, but those were awesome, big wins. Because he's breathing that type of confidence, even at 6-2, 5-1 down.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. We saw a lot of, these were great wins. Like the Fritz win, the Demon win, and Fritz again as well. These are things we haven't been usually seeing a lot. Usually Team World gets, they're outnumbered. They're not as highly ranked as the Team Europe guys. But this time, I think they came out with a lot of fire and they came out guns blazing. And they were just, I think, more in tune with each other. Maybe they were connected with each other in some way. What's he
That some way is Agassi. He's a great coach. That's the some way. He brought a spirit to them they never saw.
You know, Harun, like whenever I watch the Laver Cup, I'm not I don't really take a side. I don't have a side because like when Kyrgios is there, like I want him to win some match. I'm not like with a team, but when I was watching, I'm like, I'm Team World, baby. I'm Team. I more often than not, by the way, I am Team World. I just love the energy that they have. It feels like it's a team. I feel like Americans maybe in a way they can embody the team spirit more. But Harun, 1000%, like this Laver Cup, I was Team World. But the infectious energy of Andre Agassi is something. But Smaid, we need to talk about the players because the players were the ones out there and they're the ones that won the matches. Taylor Fritz, Alex de Minaur, Joao Fonseca, Alex Mickelson in a way. They all performed.
Amazing.
Did anyone impress you the most?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. This was very impressive from Fritz, downing both Zverev and Alcaraz. You can say Zverev, Yusuf, we were talking about it off air, like Zverev was dealing with some stuff. He's not in his best shape, physical shape. But Alcaraz, you're not supposed to down Alcaraz that convincingly. Even if you're going to tell me Alcaraz doesn't, you're not supposed to beat Alcaraz still. You're never supposed to beat Alcaraz. Yeah. Alcaraz is the man. You don't beat him. I loved it. de Minaur Yusuf really impressed me. Really impressed me. Both matches that he played against Menchik and Zverev. You can say Menchik's not in form, also, but just I love the way he did it. Yeah. They were convincing wins. And Fonseca's coming fast, huh? I told you, Fonseca. He had an amazing battle with Koboli, if you remember, in the grass court swing. Yeah. And Koboli in Halle. Final set 7-6 tiebreak. And he had chances also in that final set. Yeah. And Koboli went on deep in that tournament, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And, he dominated him in this match. Yeah. And it was in the big court. People are watching. Indoor hard. Maybe not his best surface you would predict. Impressive. I loved it. You know, Yusuf, I loved it.
This was a close-up for different players and different coaches to see Joao Fonseca. And none other than Pat Rafter also. Like the fact, Pat Rafter also one of my favorite players.
All-time legend. Amazing. Like Team World was way ahead.
I love those two picks because Agassi and Rafter, I had Agassi's racket first and then I got the new one and the new one. But in between, I got Pat Rafter's Prince white racket. And I like, oh God.
Iconic racket.
R.I.P. Prince, I think.
Wimbledon final racket. Iconic.
Oh my God. It was awesome. But he said, Joao Fonseca, I've been practicing with him the entire week. I've been following him closely. And he said he's already a special player. But he is going to be, within a year or two, he thinks he's going to be a sensational player. So that's not coming from no scrub.
In 2 years, he's going to be a
top player. That's coming from a two-time Grand Slam champion, former world number one.
He knows his stuff.
So I think Pat Rafter knows his stuff. So that's something. So the Joao Fonseca hype is absolutely real.
As a Joao Fonseca fan, I love to hear that. And Agassi also confirmed that hype. He also spoke very highly of him. Yeah. And Yusuf, the way he's accepting coaching Fonseca is a thing that's impressing people. He's absorbing. He's listening. He's a good listener. He's coachable. He's a coachable player.
Yeah. You know, Harun, they had an interview with him on the sideline with Sam Quer, and he was asking him, like, you're the young guy here. And he said, I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm just listening to all these guys that have so much more experience than me. And, you know, when you listen to him speak, Harun, you're like, that's the mentality you should have as an 18-year-old, even though you're a phenom and people expect big things. He's extremely humble, and he knows he has a lot to learn. Your thoughts on Fonseca and also the rest of the guys? Yeah,
so what I was saying about Fonseca when Cerundolo was playing Alcaraz, Fonseca is he has so much confidence at such a young age, and I guess that's what makes you such a great player, is that he's not afraid of anybody. He's ready to go toe-to-toe with the best. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the big showdown that we wanted with Fonseca against Alcaraz. But Fonseca was screaming to Cerundolo on the sidelines against that match, I know he's Carlos, but you can beat him. So it's like, he even though he was down 5-6-2, 5-1, that was still not something that he's afraid to say and afraid to believe, even though you feel like, wow, he's number one player, he won 6 slams. You have that belief. That's special, that's some stardust that that just shows how great of a player he is. And then the rest of the guys.
And I don't think he's faking. I don't think he's faking it either, guys. I really think he believes he can beat them. Like I think it's very genuine.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a performance. Like he's not like performing confidence. Like I think he genuinely feels he can beat them, and he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, again, so like I'm saying, guys, like Fonseca is just, he's a special player, and he already showed it that everybody talks so highly about him, and he's like trying to tell more senior players to, you know, to have some confidence, to believe that they can win. That just, that to me says it all. Like he's just not a matter of if, but when he's going to be, you know, one of the greats.
Yeah, but guys, like Smite, you talked about Fritz and De Minaur. I'm just like, these guys were special this tournament. This event, whatever you want to call it. They really were special. Like Fritz, like Fritz, by the way, is a player, like he had a dip. I think he was injured, but since that injury, like Wimbledon, he was extremely impressive. And then US Open, fine, he had that loss to Novak. Like, I can't blame him for that loss, because just you're playing the greats to ever live. But he's showing up, and he's playing amazing, and he's consistently beating top players. And like, took down Sasha again. I know Sasha's having his issues, but he took down Sasha again. Took down Alcaraz. Taylor Fritz, like, are we going to... People are saying maybe he doesn't deserve to be in the place he is. I think he completely does. He completely does. And he keeps improving. And is he going to rise? I don't know. But guys, like, Taylor Fritz was really impressive. Alex De Minaur was really impressive. Are they going to take this into the Asian swing? I'm not sure, but I was really, really impressed with these two guys. Really, I was.
It was good. It was good stuff from them.
But guys, okay, we talked about all the different players. Fonseca was special. De Minaur was special. Fritz was special. They won. They claimed the trophy. Haroon, I have to ask you, who was your Laver Cup MVP though?
I have to say it's Taylor. It has to be Taylor Fritz. Like Taylor Fritz, he's the one that he's the closer, he's the leader. And he's really an alpha. To me, Taylor Fritz has always been alpha. I've always been so high on him. I thought he was elite, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's a guy that he has a lot of self-confidence in himself, and he doesn't back down against anybody. He's also so smart. Like, it's great to see him talk about tennis when he analyzes game post-match and before when talking about opponents. Like, it's awesome to see him. And he has to be the MVP because he took down Carlos and Zverev. Like, you have to, if you take down the two of the best players, then you deserve to be the MVP. Like, on the other side, if Europe would have won, then it was going to be Alcaraz, and everybody goes crazy about Alcaraz. Alcaraz, whatever shot he does.
Team Europe's not the conversation. I'm asking about Team World.
I know, but obviously, like for sure, it's going to be Fritz for me, for sure. What about you?
Who's yours?
I 100% agree. It's absolutely Taylor Fritz for me. Anyone who can beat Carlos Alcaraz and Alexander Zverev consecutively deserves to be the MVP. It was amazing. Two awesome, dominant performances. He's the leader. He's the captain. 100% Yusuf for me. It's Taylor.
This is the question: Is it the starter or is it the closer? Right? Because Alex De Minaur won his 2 singles matches and his doubles match,
which is very clutch.
Alex came in, the Demon came in and did not lose a single match. Faced Sasha, faced Menchik. I know it's not Alcaraz. He won the most points. So I'm actually going to go with Alex De Minaur as my MVP.
Love to see it. Laver Cup. Love to see it. Love to see it, my boy Demon.
His 3 matches.
Finally.
Taylor did lose a doubles match. I know that Alcaraz win ups him in the ranks for you guys, but I think Alex was the starter. Alex was the trendsetter for them, so he would be my MVP.
Hey, that's a solid argument. Cannot disagree. And no hate gonna come from my mouth towards Demon after those amazing couple matches we just saw from him.
Yeah, well,
really excited
for sure. If it weren't for Demon's wins, then they wouldn't be in the position they are today. They are right now to put them into position to win the title. But at the same time, you have to go against the big guys. So you have to beat Alcaraz, you have to beat Zverev. So you can win the other matches, but if you can't take down Alcaraz, then Alcaraz is just gonna keep on winning, and he was undefeated until that match against Fritz. So yeah. It's still rightfully so. I respect your opinion.
It was clutch. Then I have a question, because this type of debate was popping up around the socials.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to ask you, is the Laver Cup an exhibition or a serious tournament? Yusuf, your thoughts?
Harun, you want to go first on this one?
Sure, fine. Well, to me, yes, this is an exhibition. This is an exhibition because you're not playing for ATP points, and there's not really much on the line except just bragging rights in the head-to-head. But everybody knows you just look into the head-to-head, and then you just take out the exhibitions or whatever, or the quality matches and the stuff like that. So if you're not playing for points, if you're not playing for what's going to be written in the history books, to me it's an exhibition.
Really, Yusuf?
Okay. It's a tough one because I agree with everything Harun said, but in a way, like when I look, for example, at Team World and you have Andre Agassi on the bench, are you going to try to play the best tennis you can possibly play in front of this man?
You are.
Right? So in that way, I would say it's 55 exhibition, 45 serious, because of just playing in front of legends like Andre Agassi, Yannick Noah, Pat Rafter, Tim Henman. In a way, you want to show them your best tennis, and because also in a way you're a young player. These guys are legends. You looked up to them. You saw them on TV, so they are playing serious tennis. But like you said, Arun, it's an exhibition. There are no points involved. It doesn't go in the history books like you said exactly. So I agree, but I would say it's closer to becoming a serious tournament. I think some tweaks here and there, it could be a serious one, but this is an exhibition at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's hard also for me to make a call because when I'm watching, I can't really feel that they're not going all out. Like, do you feel that they're not going out, the players?
They are. They are.
Like, I feel like they're going all out. So if they're going all out, then why is it an exhibition? Because an exhibition is where you take your foot off the pedal.
I understand,
but they
also
do
at the
though.
same time,
Well, that's my question. Do you feel they take their foot off the pedal?
Yeah.
I don't know if I felt that. Did you feel like Alcaraz took his foot off the pedal against Zverev? Against Fritz?
No, he wanted to win that match. He was fighting, but you make a good point. But also, in the history, they put in the head-to-head.
And also, they look really. It feels like pride's on the line.
Yeah, to an extent.
Like
but
if I'm
also this I can also you can take away this is an exhibition. It means nothing. It doesn't go to my points. I don't lose points. I don't win points.
Does it not affect your psyche if you're Zverev, you don't want to break the losing streak against Fritz?
Fine, but but I can also say the counters this isn't an official match in a way but I get your point. I'm on the fence. I told you 55-45.
I'm the other way. I think.
So you're saying serious?
Yeah, more serious than actually exhibition because they're still playing. In my opinion,
you have to make your point. But Harun, I feel like something's missing. Something is missing for it to be. For it to be stamped.
Is Carlitos locked in like it's the Wimbledon final?
No,
it's not. He's not. But is he taking his foot off the pedal when he's on court?
No.
I also don't think so.
But I think points need to be involved. If you give points,
maybe.
And then to me, maybe that's the missing thing. I think there's a missing piece, and the points may be it. Because Taylor Fritz just took down Carlos Alcaraz and Alexander Zverev. And on the tour, in the ATP tour, in the ATP rankings, in the race to Turin, he has nothing to show for it. So at the end of the day, what does it really count for?
Oh, well,
fine, you won the Laver Cup. Fine,
Pride.
you took $250,000 home. But the points.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You guys need to let us know what you think because we're on the fence. I'm on the fence. Smite's not. He thinks it's a serious one. Harun thinks it's an exhibition, but I'm leaning more towards exhibition. I think mainly because of the points thing.
I'm more serious, not 100% serious, but more serious.
Yeah, for sure, it's more serious because they are pushing it to some final sets. They are pushing it, playing tie breaks, and it looks like they're nervous. They're not always happy when they lose points. So they're definitely putting their blood, sweat, and tears there. But the question is to what degree. But that's always going to be a debate, I guess, and let us know in the comments, guys, what you think. However, let me ask you this. Would you change anything in the Laver Cup tournament? Smail, would you change anything?
Yes, I would. I don't like this division of Team Europe, Team World. And it didn't work at all when we had, you know, the big four and the GOATs, Roger, Novak, Rafa, Murray, all on the same side, because they're absolutely going to obliterate the other side until they got older, and then it was started to be having more fair competition. Now it feels like it's a bit fair, but if you had Sinner and Alcaraz, it's not going to be fair, actually. So actually, what I would like to see, guys, and what I would propose is we have a draft, NBA All-Star style, where we have 2 captains on each side, and I would like them to be players. So it could be Alcaraz Sinner, for example, or Alcaraz Zverev, in this case, the highest ranked players. And we see a draft, and each of them pick their guys. And they're going to have to pick some of the people that are going to be good at singles. They're going to have to pick some doubles. They're going to pick their friends. They're going to pick against, you know, and then it has to mesh, and you have to see how it's going to work. Yeah. And then it would be fun to see who's the first person picked, who's the last person picked, who, and then like we can ask the captains, why did you pick this guy? Who did you have in mind for doubles? Who are your top 3 singles guys that you're going to put in? And like also you ask them, they have to set the lineup for like who's going to play the final match, you know, like the final day, who's going to show up for the clinching matches, or why did you go with this doubles team? Like it would be nice to have more of the player insight there, because that would be really cool. And I think that would be more fair as well. I think it would have more competition, because before we're used to seeing the Europe, although Team World is showing some guts, and I think a lot of credit has to go to Fritz also. Past couple of generations been doing a great job, but I think it would be nice to see more competition on the front with this type of format, Yusuf.
Interesting.
I love that. I love that idea. But you said the players pick. But we just talked about how Agassi was the star for us.
Yeah.
So how would you integrate Agassi in the equation? How would you integrate Yannick Noah in the equation? It would be probably Team Noah against Team Agassi, but would you have them picking the teams?
But they didn't pick the teams.
They did?
Agassi and Yannick Noah.
No, they did. And obviously, because you have who's Federer going to sign, who's he going to reach out to.
Well,
it's obviously by invitation.
I want a straight up draft.
But also Agassi wants certain players. But in the draft, so you want the players to do the draft, and then you have the coaches.
I want the coach the top player to draft.
Yeah, like the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the coaches, yeah.
I think it's cool. And then instead of it being Team World against Team Europe, you can have Team Agassi versus Team Noah. I think
there you go.
Nice.
Laver Cup, there you go. I hope in return you give us rights for that.
Would you agree with this premise?
Yeah, I like that idea to some extent. However, something I would change is maybe we can, like the best two players are the team captains, and then they can get to pick anybody from the top 50, and then you choose. So you have more variety, I guess, of picking people, and not just, you know, Team World. You're restricted to Team World and Team Europe. Like Ismail's saying, we can mix it up, and that would be.
That's what I'm saying. You draft.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can draft from anywhere.
Yeah, that would be cool to see, I think. Yeah, because then. That's
my idea.
Yeah, because then you have the big 3 playing against the rest. Like, that's not really fun, you know. You don't want to watch you want to watch maybe the big 3 against each other. You don't want to watch the big 3 destroy whoever else. You don't want to watch Alcaraz play like somebody else, you know, that is not as highly ranked as him. You want to see the best players facing each other, and I think
also in future years you might get Sinner Alcaraz doubles, which I think people would like to see too. So that's also something, I guess, if I wanted to play devil's advocate to that.
I mean, people like seeing the Fedal combo, right?
Yeah,
it was like the
but
Fedal.
Like if you have Sinner Alcaraz there every year for the next 15 years, for example,
they're gonna crush them.
I know, and then you do the draft, then you do the drafting thing. You're never gonna get the chance to see Yannick against Alcaraz unless one of them drops out of the top 3, and I don't know if we expect that to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the idea. Laver Cup, do you love the idea? Raj,
yeah.
Tony Gotzik.
Make it happen.
Let's see. What? I love it. Need to switch it up.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was the talk about the Laver Cup. It was fun. It was interesting. Lots of interesting stories that are going to come out of it, continuing into the season. Moving on to the Asian swing. But in the Asian swing, we do have a very interesting story that we need to talk about because, guys, Daniil Medvedev cleaned house. He said goodbye to the entire team. Bring in Thomas Johansson. Bring in a few guys here and there. Let's make this. Let's fresh start. Moved on to the Asian swing. Hangzhou, guys. Another loss. Made to the quarterfinals of a 250. That might be amazing for everyone. Not for Daniil Medvedev,
Not
who's a
for
Grand
his
Slam
standards.
champion, for world number one.
World number one.
Multiple times in Grand Slam finals. He's held to a different standard. So, Haroon, I'm going to come to you first. This is your boy. You love Daniil Medvedev. We all do. But what's going on with Medi right now?
I don't know, man. I have no idea what's wrong with him. He's like, fine. Maybe he still needs time to adjust to this new system with a new coach and feeling differently. I think he needs a time off. I was surprised that he's so back to playing tournaments right now. I thought that loss against Benjamin Bonzi and how it went exactly should have given him a big reason to take a time off, to go take a break, to go vacation, go enjoy some time on the beach, on a boat somewhere, to clean your head.
He kind of had a break though, right? Because he lost in the very first round, and then there were 2 weeks of the U.S. Open, and then a week after that. So he had like 3 weeks.
Yeah, maybe,
you
but
want longer.
Well, I think it's longer. I think he needs longer. I think he needs time to forget tennis a bit, to like it again, to not get so frustrated, to look at the game and adjust a bit. Also, he's still. I feel like he's still playing the same way he's been playing for the past five years, which was leading him to great success before. But now everybody's trying to crush the ball as hard as he can, and he's not able to handle that. Credit though, everybody that beat him, I feel like they had the match of their life. So it's not like he's also playing horribly. I just feel like he's not playing as spicy as he was before. So and the loss that he just had, that was somebody that came back, when the 5-3, he was 5-3 down in the final set, and then he came back and won. That just showed like this guy turned out to be a great tennis player. He put on a show. And then Bonzi also played one of the best matches of his life. And then Bonzi, the time before that, also played one of the best matches of his life. So he's not facing guys that are also from the gutter or something and not playing great. Like he's facing guys that are playing, that are in form, that are finding some great sparks. And he just got some bad luck. But he's been getting bad luck time and time again. And he's just not adjusting to the new game, I feel. That's what he needs to get with the times.
Smile.
Yeah, I think the first match, I felt like this Asian swing is like the get right swing for him. He likes the hard. He likes indoor hard. Like I thought he can make a couple nice runs, get right. Winning cures all if he can just build the confidence. And, the win against Basavaredi in round one, I was like, okay, this is a nice win. He looked like he was playing a little bit more aggressively. There's some lot of nice points and nice winners that he was able to come up with. And, the fact that he had 5-3 in that second set against Yibing Wu, I think really he's dealing with a confidence issue. I think this is the main issue right now. And he needs to rebuild his confidence. I don't know if that's something you can heal with a break. Yeah. He needs to win matches. Yeah. And this is the problem right now. And so I think the challenge of his coach is to rebuild his confidence.
But the more he plays, the more he loses. So how is he going to win when he's playing 250s and he's losing?
Well, Sascha went through this at the beginning of the year. After the loss to Sinner, he took a big confidence hit. And, he played through it and eventually found some form.
But you can argue that Sasha's also not feeling so great about himself right now as well.
But I don't think you can hide and get right. You need to work to build that confidence, and he's gonna have to.
I don't think it's hiding. I think it's hiding. It's just.
No, I don't think the break is gonna serve him. I don't think a break's gonna serve you when you have a confidence issue. I think you need to, if you're gonna to tweak your game. I want to see him tweak his game. I want to see him play more aggressive. Remember in Australian Open 24? Remember he was up on the baseline when he had Sinner down two sets? That's the type of game he needs to, I think, move forward into. And with that, he can beat the top players. He's also capable. Yeah. It's just he's reluctant to do that, and he has a confidence issue right now. For me, this is what I see. I want to see him rebuild the confidence. I want to see him play a little bit more aggressively. He has an amazing serve, and he has the talent. So I think this is what I'm perceiving, Yusuf.
Yeah. If you look back at most of these matches that he lost, I think so many times he was serving for the match. So it's not like we would be having a completely different conversation about Daniil Medvedev if he served out so many of those matches. Yeah. Remember Kim Nori and Roland Garros, and we have this Yibing Wu match now, and I can't, on the top of my head.
Australian Open, Leonard Tien, that was a close match he let go.
Also, some losses there escape me, but he's not. There's something there from a mental standpoint of closing the match. Like, that's not Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev is the one that wins ATP finals and just smirks and he serves out the match and like it's nothing. So there's something there from a mental standpoint. He's capable of winning matches. Then all of a sudden he gets into this funk and all of a sudden there's a big hole that he jumps into where I was supposed to be serving for the match. I'm supposed to be out of the court right now with the win, and I'm grinding in a final set, grinding in a fourth set, fifth set, whatsoever. So I think there's a mental issue there, right there, to closing matches.
I think it's a confidence issue for me.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly, I can only point it to a confidence issue.
I don't know. It's that to me. Once that changes, I think we're going to see a different Daniil Medvedev.
No, I 100% believe that it's fixable. Right now, it's just, it's a confidence issue, in my opinion. It could be more mentally. I don't know. If there's something he's dealing with off court. Yeah. I don't know. He is a father of two and he has a busy life as well. So you never know with these things.
And had lots of success. Like he's reached the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
He's done everything you can do in tennis, basically.
That's another argument, Yusuf, because remember, team, when he hit the top of the mountain, it was downhill from there. So
the wrist injury plays a part, but also, I guess, when you make it to the top, and he said it was the biggest one. Like after that, he lost motivation. So you do have a point.
I wonder.
But the question to be asked here, Harun, do you think he'll regain his top form again, even if he takes a break, doesn't take a break, or is this? What do you think is going on?
Yeah, it depends on what you mean by top form. If you mean by top form, like top 10, top 5, I'm not. Maybe top 10. I'm not sure it's going to be able to go top 5.
This man is a top 1, so top 5.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think so. I think that the game is only getting faster. The game is only getting more fit, and I think that he's not showing signs of being elite right now. I think everybody's outmatching him. I think maybe he could be dangerous. He could go on some dangerous runs, and he's not somebody that you definitely want to face. However, being having a ranking of in the top 5, I'm not sure. I'm not so optimistic about it right now.
Ismail, will he regain it?
I think he can regain it. It's he's going through a slump, a big mental slump, a big confidence hit. Like I think, and he has the tennis game. I think he's fit like a bull. Yeah. He has a great serve. He has the touch when he needs to. He can play the net game. It's really, we used to call him a chess master a couple of years ago. Exactly. So why would I believe he can't? It's a big confidence issue, maybe more. But I think it's possible, Yusuf.
I think the changing of the balls, though, sorry, Yusuf, to cut you off, but I think the changing of the balls ruined him.
I don't know what that entails exactly, because the balls change in different tournaments. I can't.
Yeah, but no, what you saw, Zverev talked about it. He talked about it.
Yeah, no, they said they changed the balls of it, but everyone's adapting. Like I wouldn't give that any.
Yeah, and I think that the previous balls were favoring him.
The balls change every tournament.
They change every tournament. So it's not like it's changed over the years.
Yeah.
But those new balls.
The same balls.
Every tournament has different balls.
Sure, but he's been having a downhill trajectory since they started changing more and more. Like he wasn't as.
I disagree. I think he was in the Grand Slam final last year, and the balls were. They had the discussion about the balls was before that. So, but to your point, Ismail, I think first of all he has that great serve, that I think is going to be a big weapon, and it's going to win him. It's going to win him lots of games, lots of points. Thing is, can he win in matches? He needs more to win matches, but he is the chess master. And as much as these young guys are coming out, they're super aggressive. A wall like Daniil Medvedev, who knows how to counterattack, who knows how to defend, he can wear these guys down. So it's not like this new game he can't adapt to it. He can play his style of tennis and he can win matches. If he's as fit as anyone is on tour. So his style of play is still going to be successful. I just think there's a mental block there that once he overcomes it, he'll be back to the top.
Yeah, I think so. It was going to be very interesting to see as we get into this Asian swing. Yeah. And we already have some interesting updates happening in the Asian swing.
Yeah.
Yusuf, Iga Świątek is doing some amazing things. She won the Korean Open, 25 career titles. Yeah. Interesting out to see from Iga so far.
Yeah, the way she took down Alexandrova, like she was not supposed to win that match. She won. I think she won 15 less points, something like that, in the entire match. Which
We've seen Novak do that. That's the sign of the greats.
Yeah, that's sign of the greats. And she told her coach, like, so this is what it's like to win ugly. And when you win ugly, not only win, you win finals, you win tournaments ugly, that's a sign of a legend. So she's on a legendary trajectory. She already is a legend, 25 titles to her name. Nobody born in the 2000s has won 25 tournaments. Like, we forget how young she is. She's so young.
Iga's an absolute phenom and on a GOAT trajectory.
Yeah.
She is on a GOAT trajectory.
She is. So, really special stuff from her. An amazing win. Let's see if she continues. World number 1. Like, she's inching closer. Also, Sabalenka's not playing this next tournament.
Because, Iga dipped after, the French Open.
Like, it's a tale of two stories. Huh?
It's amazing. It's amazing to see her rebound. I'm super impressed with what we're seeing from her.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we're also seeing Lorenzo Musetti bounce back.
Yes.
Having a nice tournament.
How is he bouncing back? He was in the quarterfinals in the U.S. Open.
Which is good. But before that, he was having a really bad sub.
Fine, but also maybe that Yannick Sinner loss. You want to say bouncing back from that one where we gave him a few breadsticks there?
It was a brutal defeat. But before that, he was in a bad slump. Before that, he lost a couple of
back.
exits.
My favorite player is back, baby.
He's back in the final in Chengdu. He's going to take on Tabilo. Haroon, you have him over Tabilo?
Oh, yeah, probably. I have him over Tabilo. I think he's more confident right now, and I think he's finding his groove. Yeah, I take him over Tabilo.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. Yusuf, I assume you have him too.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
It's going to be fun to see. I hope he lifts the title. We need him at the top of the game.
Yeah.
And also, last point here, my favorite storyline of the 2025 season, Sasha Bublik is just having a heck of a year.
Yeah.
He's just showing us like what it means when he actually gives his all the time.
Yeah.
He's just having insane run after insane run
into
another final in Hangzhou.
Yeah.
And he's going to take on Royer, who beat Rublev early in the tournament.
Yeah.
So, guys, I love what I'm seeing from Bublik.
Booby, by next year, we might be seeing him in the top 10, man. He's coming.
Career high. That would be career high if
His
he does
career high is 17. He's at 19 now, but he's.
It has to be on a career high trajectory right now.
We needed him in the Laver Cup.
Yeah, big miss. How do you not call Booby?
How do you not call him for the Laver Cup? I actually forgot. That was a point I wanted to make. Alexander Bublik should be one of the first people you call for the Laver Cup.
Team World can't use Bublik.
As much as you talk about the serious tournament, people can't wait to see. Kyrgios was box office. People wanted to watch Nick Kyrgios play because of the art form that he is able to display whenever he plays in the Laver Cup and going up against the big guys. In one match, Nick Kyrgios can take down anyone. In one match, that Alexander Bublik can take down anyone.
He's done it.
So Team World, I have no idea how this man was not called, but 2026, Roger, please pick up the phone, call Alexander Bublik, and put him on that team.
Yeah, he needs to be on the roster.
Come on.
That's a big miss.
This tournament was made for him.
Exactly.
It was.
Yeah. Him, Kyrgios, Jack Sock, showing us how nasty he is in singles and doubles. Like all these different players, these guys, they deserve. This is when they should shine the brightest.
We need a booby call.
Yeah.
We do need a booby call. Oh my God.
Well, guys, we want to continue talking about the Asian swing because we have a lot of tournaments ahead of us. We have Beijing, Shanghai, a lot of fun and interesting things. I want to come to you, Ismail. Who's going to impress us in the Asian swing?
There's a lot of players who...
Pick one. You can't take all of them. Pick one, because I have one in mind.
There's a top one that comes to mind. But it's an easy answer. So I'm not going to go with my easy answer.
What's that?
No, I won't spoil it. I'll tell you my easy answer after you guys make your picks.
Fine, okay.
But I'm not going to make my easy answer pick because I know this player is going to do great in the Asian swing.
Okay.
Well, what about you?
An underdog, amazing pick for the Asian swing.
Okay.
Joao Fonseca. He is going to show us an amazing final third quarter of the year. I fear anyone who steps on the court with Joao Fonseca. He just got a 1-week masterclass with Andre Agassi and Pat Rafter, and he got some nice coaching. He built some confidence beating a top 20 player in Koboli, who's going to be a top 10 player very soon, on indoor hard. Boy, oh boy, Fonseca going to do some damage. He's going to do some damage.
Haroon,
what about you, Yusuf?
Yeah, first I promised myself whenever Smile hypes up Fonseca, I'm not going to be slurping that juice. I love him. I can't wait for him to rise. But this man has affected me so many times. Picked him as my dark horse for the U.S. Open. So many different things. So I'm
That was
staying.
one of my happiest moments in my life.
So
when
I'm
he did
staying.
that.
I'm staying away. Like I would love to, but I'm staying away because you are convincing. You are convincing. The person that I think is going to impress us in the Asian swing and the rest of the season is Taylor Fritz.
Yeah, I was gonna say him. I was gonna say Taylor.
I think Taylor Fritz is going again to have an amazing end of the season like he did in 2024. Watch out in Tokyo, watch out in Shanghai, and watch out in the rest of the season. Paris Masters, ATP Finals. Taylor Fritz is going to be the one to watch. I think he's going to continue to do what he did in the end of the 2024 season. So that would be my pick. Taylor Fritz, he's going to impress us.
Again,
Whoa.
I love what he did in the Laver Cup. I think he's gonna take that momentum, Haroon.
How about you, Arun?
Yeah, they're great picks for sure. Like Fonseca is bound to impress us even more, and also Fritz. Like, wow, what a high to go off of beating Alcaraz and then beating Zverev. For sure, that's going to be something to look out for, and he already had the great results last year at the end of the season. However, my guy, who I think is going to impress us, is going to be Terence Atman. I think Terence Atman is going to.
Whoa.
I think Terence Atman
Going
is gonna
back
do
to Cincy.
yeah.
Okay.
I think Terence Atman is going to show out. I think that was like he has to use and capitalize on that confidence and those great results that he had. Although he did have a first round loss in Chengdu, I'm not putting too much spotlight on that one. I don't think it's gonna stop him from having some good results. So I think Terence Atman is gonna surprise us.
Yeah, I just want to add something for the record, guys, because Yusuf, I like the Fritz pick for another reason. He had never beaten Carlos Alcaraz before this match at the Laver Cup. He was 0-3 against him.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love when you can overcome a big obstacle like that.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's a great point. However, the devil's advocate is whether this is Laver Cup can actually factor in that much. But we'll see. Let us know in the comments what you think about that one. Okay. Then on the flip side, guys, I want to mention, who's going to disappoint us? Who do you think is going to disappoint us, Yusuf, in the Asian swing?
Yeah, it hurts my heart, this one.
Yeah, this is a player who I have been singing his praises for as much as I could the entire season.
I know who you're going with, and I think you picked my guy.
And I think, I'm always there for him, and I always believe in him. But I think he's not in the best place right now, and that's Holger Rune.
I was gonna go with Holger Rune too. That was my first.
I
candidate.
think Holger's not gonna have the best of Asian swings, and
it's not been looking good.
Let's see if he finds the magic in Paris again. He loves playing the Paris Masters. We know he did that magical run, one of the best runs we've seen in recent memory. But yeah, I would say I don't want to see it happen, but I do think that Holger's not in the best place, and he's not gonna have the best Asian swing.
Yeah, about that point, I think he's not in the best place because I feel like he's been in the talk of the next big three, and then now he felt like he's been sidelined. He hasn't been getting the results that he wanted to. Everybody was overpraising. I felt it was overpraise of Alcaraz, like he was some sort of god, every time he does a trick shot. And then I felt like Holger was cheering and clapping. But I'm not sure if Holger was so happy with that. Like, I think he would have wanted to be in the spotlight as well. He's wanted to see, guy, he's not that big. Like, I can take him. Like, I felt like that was maybe the energy. Just looking at the eyes, I could, for 100% sure, be wrong. I don't want to, assume anything about Holger. But that's maybe what I felt because it's tough also when you think that you could have, you should be at a higher place, but you're not there. So maybe he could be in a bad funk right now. What do you think, Smile?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that was going to be my top candidate. But if I have to go with a backup option, I think a fellow Scandinavian, Casper Ruud. Not excited about what I'm seeing from Casper Ruud. Also, he's coming back from injury. He's been having a really bad hardcourt season, bad summer. I'll just throw Casper Ruud, but my first pick is 100% Holger Rune. He's, I think, also another player whose confidence right now is absolutely in the drain. He didn't have a good Davis Cup. He didn't really have a great summer. He's not competing for big moments in tournaments like we expect of him.
In the beginning of the season, remember Indian Wells, he was amazing.
Yeah.
And like in that Barcelona win, like Holger, this is you.
No, but he doesn't play the brand of tennis that can show you that he's there. He's way too passive, in my opinion, and not enough improvements in terms of the level of the serve. Just for a top player that like we expected to be competing for Grand Slams by now. So
I completely disagree.
I love watching him play. I think he has it in him to be a Grand Slam champion, but I don't like what I'm seeing right now.
Well, I completely disagree with you, Ismail. I don't think there's any problem with Casper. I think Casper is so good at like coming back and catching some streak when he's cold. So I don't think that's really going to be a problem for him.
He's
I don't know.
He's just injured.
Yeah,
So
but
not the best situation.
mentally he looks fine to me. I think maybe if it's injury, if it's him getting in form, but I thought in the Laver Cup he looked just fine to me, and the confidence is there, and he was playing just fine. However, though, so we already talked about this guy, but I'm not sure if he's going to really do some great performances. I'm not sure if we're going to expect much from him. So he's not really going to disappoint us, which is Daniil Medvedev. I don't think that Daniil Medvedev is going to be, like have a crazy good Asian swing. But I don't know if we're expecting much either. Also, someone like Stefanos Tsitsipas, same time also Andrei Rublev, like these are guys.
Easy picks here, huh?
These are players who are already in slumps.
Yeah, like if
this is not even going on any ledge. Like these are players who are having the worst season of their lives. They're not in any good shape. Like why? Like that's not saying anything at all. We just talked about Medvedev.
Yeah,
and Tsitsipas he's
Okay.
another whole different sphere of tennis. Like Tsitsipas just lost to Fonseca at home in Greece. Again, and Davis. Like what do you want me to say?
Well, yeah, like
that's coming from the biggest Tsitsipas fan I know.
Exactly.
So.
Is he the biggest? Well, maybe find Rublev. Rublev is a guy that I'll pick him. I don't think that we've been so high on Rublev with Marat Safin.
Just easy takes, easy picking.
Easy takes what? You guys have been so high on Rublev, Marat Safin. This guy's he's gonna win a slam or whatever. He's the next.
I was high on him for the US Open. I liked his draw a lot. I was high on the US Open.
Like you guys were so high on Rublev, and now you're saying it's an easy pick.
No, I'm not saying it's an easy pick. Okay, that's a fine pick. It's an acceptable pick. I hope it doesn't happen because I love Ruby.
Yeah, but outside of that, I don't think there's anybody that we expect so much from him right now. Like it has to be somebody that's gonna surprise us complete. Like let's say Demon, for example. Demon's been consistent. Is Demon gonna keep on losing first round matches? Karen Khachanov, like some guys that are really usually very consistent, and we don't really expect crazy results. But they don't really have horrible results either. So I don't think we're so high that they think he's going to be a contender for a title, except to the big guys, except Alcaraz and Sinner and you know who. So I think that the picks are very hard for this one, especially for this Asian swing.
Yeah, well, we're going to see. We have a few tournaments, a few weeks and then we can revisit this one and see who was on the money and who was not. But guys, it's time. It is time for my favorite segment of the podcast, and that is Overreaction or Not. I'm going to tell you guys something, and you let me know, is this an overreaction or is it not? First up, Smail. Ready for this one?
Yep.
Laver Cup matches should not be counted in the official head-to-head. Overreaction or not?
So I don't even get why like some people are calling for that. The logic for me is that you believe this is 100% an exhibition, and so you believe it shouldn't count, or you don't like the format because you don't like the final set going to a super tiebreak, for example. So you don't like that. Okay. For me, I love the idea of a final set super tiebreak. I love super tiebreaks in general. Okay. So I like to see them. I feel like they bring out the clutch moments. And so, no, I want to see more variety in the forms of the competitions we see. Okay. So I like it. I want the players to have something to fight for when they step on the court. So absolutely not. This is an absolute overreaction. It should count in the official head-to-head use.
Harun, overreaction or not?
I think it's not an overreaction. Actually, no. I think it's an overreaction. Sorry, I think it's pardon me. I think it's an overreaction. I think yes, it should count in the head-to-head because, like Smail said, I think you need something to fight for. If you have nothing to fight for, then it's just going to be relying on, the greats like Agassi or Yannick Noah, trying to make them feel like, hey, come on, I'm a legend of the sport. Show out in front of me, in front of the crowd, which I don't think is going to be so strong later on. So I think having that head-to-head is nice to add. And yeah, that's because that's what separates it a bit from being pure exhibition. If it's pure exhibition, then yeah, I don't think you can rely on them just showing out like that. So to me, it's an overreaction.
Guys, I say this is not an overreaction.
Really?
Look at, you guys make great points, that the fact that this gives them more to fight for. But for that to be the case, you need to give them points also. I am high on this points thing. They need to have points because points is what they play for. Okay? So if you do not add points to this Laver Cup, then don't put the head-to-head. Because it like, based on what? Like, you can't connect the trail in any way. You won this match. Did you win points for it? Did you make it a certain point in a competition? No. So it should not count in the head-to-head as long as there are no points. So not an overreaction for me.
But a point to say though, like the Laver Cup is usually scheduled when there are 250s and tournaments that probably the top guys are not going to play for anyways. And if you're a top player, you want to face the best of the best. So it's actually nice to have that tournament format. And then if you have the head-to-head counted, that gets you more excited. Like if you have points, I don't think that's really gonna change much, you know.
Disagree. Okay. Well, next one, Harun. Laver Cup not giving us an Alcaraz Fonseca match is a crime. Overreaction or not?
This is not an overreaction. That was a hardcore crime. Like that's something that we were waiting for so much, and we did not get it. They robbed us. That is crime. That's crime, and we were witnesses of that crime. That's not an overreaction, my friends.
Smile.
100% a crime. 100%. This is not an overreaction. Like, they didn't give it to us in day one, so I thought we might get it day 3 when it matters most. Yeah. You know, when they need the points. Team Europe needed the points, so we could have had that potential matchup. No, I absolutely expected to see that match, and I don't know why we didn't get it. Do you think Alcaraz is ducking that smoke? I don't think. Who made those calls?
Well, they did say
apparently it was Team World that made that decision.
I know.
The Team World players, Agassi said let the players decide who's going to play the last day.
If I'm them, I would have decided Fritz too.
Yeah, well, they made the right decision. But guys, I'm going to say this is an overreaction because I guess it's connecting to the previous point. I want it to matter more. I want to see it in an official match where there's more on the line, there's points, there's prize money, all these different things. So I would like to see it in an official tournament. This might be an ATP sanctioned event, but this is not an official tournament. Do not give me the first Fonseca Alcaraz match in an exhibition.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like that point also as well. But you know, because as a Fonseca fan, although I love Alcaraz, a big Alcaraz fan, but like
we're eventually going to see it though.
Yeah, we're going to see it. I felt like, you know, Alcaraz, if we believe he's not going to bring his best, and Fonseca does, you might see Fonseca beat him, and then like we have a crazy storyline emerge. Yeah. It's a far-fetched thought still.
Fritz took down Alcaraz that first day, and he woke the beast because he absolutely destroyed Francisco Cerundolo the next day. And Cerundolo, by the way, before that match, he never lost a Laver Cup match. He's 3-0. So if Cerundolo shows up to these matches and Alcaraz is like, he woke up, he's like, whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Great point. So maybe he would have eaten up for a second and we would have been talking about something completely different.
Yeah. Well, next one, Ismail. Daniil Medvedev should end his season now and start fresh in 2026. Overreaction or not?
Absolute overreaction. He is right now suffering from confidence. He needs to win matches. He needs to play all the 250s he can play in China and try to beat these top 50, 100 players, get some confidence, learn how to close out matches again, build some rhythm with the new coach, you know, try some new things in these matches. He needs tweaks to his game. I don't think it's about the break. It's about confidence. So this is an overreaction.
Harun, overreaction or not?
Could not agree more, my friend. Could not agree more. Couldn't have agreed more. I think this is 100% not an overreaction. I think you should end the season now. Take a break. Go train. Go rest. Build your fitness. Enjoy some time with your family and kids. And then start the season fresh where you have a lot of confidence in the Australian Open and the Australian swing. That, to me, is 100% a great plan to do.
You know, I go back to, I think, 2023. Daniil Medvedev had he was in a funk. He wasn't in the best place. And then he was playing, I think, against Davidovich Fokina in Rotterdam. And he said, things weren't going his way. And Gilles Savaro kept telling him, push. And he pushed. And he said, I was able to get through that match and I got over the hump. I think he won like 4 tournaments right after that. So I agree with you, Smail. I think this is an overreaction. He has to stick with it now. And maybe one win changes the rest of his season. And then going into 2026, full of confidence.
That's a great point, because even Gilles Servara after the US Open said he believed that if he had won that match in the 5th, it would have been a very different story than where we are now.
Yeah, I agree. Well, last one, Haroon, maybe my favorite one. If Andre Agassi coaches Taylor Fritz, he will make him a Grand Slam champion.
Wow.
Overreaction or not?
Wow, what a statement. I think that actually is a great thing, and I hope he does it. I think this is not an overreaction at all. I think Agassi is one of the legends for sure. He won Grand Slams, many Grand Slams, and you know that famous story where he says about how he picked up Boris Becker's tip when serving in Wimbledon. That's how he was able to beat him. I think that those secrets, maybe he could pick something up that he could help Fritz with to take down these big guys, to get him over the edge, over the hump, because he's made it to a final before in the US Open. And then maybe that's going to be something Agassi's going to give him confidence and going to give him that juice and belief. And maybe some secrets also to actually help him. Not just confidence, but actually some secrets that he looks at the game in a much different way. I hope this happens. This is not an overreaction.
Smail, how about you? Overreaction or not?
Well, if you want to win a Grand Slam, Yusuf, you need to beat Sinner and Alcaraz. And, he was 0-3 before he played Alcaraz. And with Agassi on the bench, he just beat Alcaraz. In fact, he dominated Alcaraz, dare I say. So clearly, Agassi has some insights, some knowledge. He breathed confidence into him that even he didn't know he had. Yeah. And you know what? Novak Djokovic also had Agassi in his box for a while, and he had some things to learn from him. So even the GOAT went to Agassi to learn some things. So 100% not an overreaction. I wish that we can see this. 100% he could make him a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. Taylor Fritz has been knocking on the door, right? And I think Wimbledon, it might have finished in 4 sets against Alcaraz, but it was a very, very, very close match. And we know he made to the final of the US Open last year and ATP Finals final. Taylor Fritz is right on the edge. And just maybe if you have someone like Andre Agassi who is going to give you so much passion, so much knowledge, and I think so much belief in yourself, he can pull one off. So I'm going to say this is not an overreaction. Andre Agassi might be that magic potion.
He might be. He might be. I love it. And I would love to see it.
That was a fun overreaction.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really nice.
Fun. It was a good one. Let us know what you think in the comments. All right, guys. Well, before we make our picks for the upcoming tournaments, stay tuned because we're going to reveal who won the Raw Optics giveaway pair of glasses, the Rublev Tempest glasses. We're going to release that. We're going to let you know after our picks.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move into our picks. First up, guys, we have a fun tournament about to happen in Tokyo. Yeah. So, Yusuf, tell me who you got in Tokyo.
We have 2 players that are playing some amazing tennis in seeded 1 and seeded 2. Taylor Fritz on one side, Carlos Alcaraz on the other. But if you tell me to pick against Carlos Alcaraz in a tournament in 2025, please take away the microphone. Please take away anyone's microphone that is saying anything against that, because Carlos Alcaraz is the right pick in every single tournament he plays. He is my pick. He is the champion for me in the Tokyo 500.
Haroon, are you going against Yusuf's pick?
It's hard. It's very hard to go against him. However, here's a surprising pick for you. I think it's going to be Casper Ruud. I think Casper Ruud wins this tournament. I feel like somebody is going to take down Carlos Alcaraz, which is going to open up the path for Casper Ruud.
Wow. Someone's going to take down Carlos Alcaraz?
I think
Sebastian Baez is Jesus Bergs, with all due respect?
Yeah. Wow.
No,
no
100%
respect.
all day. Carlitos Alcaraz all day and night. He's going to chew people up on the way to the final. Fritz is going to have something to say about this.
But you know who's going to want to take revenge?
Yeah. Carlitos on
who likes to take revenge?
Carlitos, when it's time for revenge, he's so Brutal.
Yeah.
100%
He'll
Carlitos.
smile along the way and let you know, like, hey, how we doing?
And he's gonna hug him, and it's gonna be
Yeah,
beautiful.
great
The
match,
handshake.
man.
It's gonna be 1-1, but like no, 100% Carlos Alcaraz, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's head over to Beijing, where we have a WTA 1000 happening on the women's side. Haroon, I'm coming to you first. Who do you got in Beijing in this WTA 1000?
Can you go against Iga? Like, how in the world can you go against Iga? I'm gonna have to go for Iga on this one. Iga's on fire. Like you said, Yusuf, she's a legend in the making. So she's she has to be my pick.
Yusuf, what are you going with here?
Let's just remind everyone that Haroon is back to picking the number 1 seed. he's back. He's doing.
I have the highest record. I have the highest record of picks.
Yeah, because you're making.
I pick the
right
winner.
picks, not the fun
It
picks.
picks the winner. The game is who do you
Not
got
in
to
Grand
win.
Slams, brother. You're not the number 1 in Grand Slams.
Ooh,
You're
Smile has
not,
something
brother.
to say. Smile has something to say. Well, let me tell you guys who my winner is. You know who it is? It's a player that has been coming back, and she's on a mission. She's a mama. She's got that mama power, and she's gonna show us that she is going to reach the mountaintop yet again. My winner for the WTA 1000 in Beijing is Naomi Osaka.
Wow.
She's going back to Asia, and I think that is where she is going to recover the glory as a champion.
All right. I like that pick a lot.
How about you?
Let me make a fun one because we're in China, baby.
I made a fun
And this
one.
player is not here. We haven't heard much from her in a while.
okay.
Let me go with Qinwen Zhang. Let's go, baby.
wow.
Let's go. Let's make it happen in China
Off
at
like
home.
a 3-month break from it due to
Let's
injury.
go. Let's do
Off
it.
surgery, I think.
Let's do it. Why not?
Nice. You know, the last time I picked Qinwen Zhang, I picked her to win Wimbledon. You know how that one panned out for me?
It didn't go great if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it did not go great.
Yeah. Haroon, you know who picked the winner of Wimbledon for women? You
Who?
remember?
No,
He
who?
can't remember.
It was me, brother. It was me. just to refresh your memory about that.
Was it you?
But yeah, it was. So, but anyways,
Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check the tape on that one.
everyone can check the tape and they can see.
We're gonna have to
But
check
let's
it.
go to the men's side because we have a nice spicy battle brewing in Beijing. Haroon, who's taking the title in Beijing?
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. But again, I have a crazy pick. I think it's gonna be Terence Atman. I think Terence
Whoa.
Atman is gonna lift the title. This is gonna be a fairy tale story, and I know this is completely illogical right now, but I will be a genius if he does it.
Wow. Yusuf, are you unhinged like our boy here?
He went from only picking number 1 seeds to now picking Terence Atman.
I don't
Good
only
on
pick
you,
one
brother.
seeds. I pick the winner.
Well, maybe I influenced that in a way. Guys, come on. What? Is Yannick Sinner in the draw?
Yeah, he is.
Yannick Sinner is the favorite to win the tournament.
Yeah.
Yannick Sinner is probably going to win the tournament. Is Carlos Alcaraz in the draw?
No, he's not.
Therefore, Yannick Sinner is going to win the tournament. Yannick Sinner should win the tournament. My winner for the Beijing 500 is Yannick Sinner.
Well, I mean, let me tell you who my winner is.
Okay.
It is 100% Yannick Sinner.
I thought you were going to switch it up there.
100%
Give-
Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner has been to the final in every tournament he's played,
Yeah.
and when it's not been Alcaraz in the same draw with him, he wins the tournament. This is almost an absolute lock of a pick you can
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
Like I would, I don't want to encourage people to bet their life savings on this, but like Yannick Sinner is about to destroy the draw. Like the question we should ask is, how many games is he gonna lose? Because he's not losing sets. So like, what's the max number of games he might lose during this tournament?
3 a set.
It's gonna be brutal.
I love
You're
how
gonna get annihilated.
I love how you guys just made fun of me for picking the 1 seeds, and then you glorify yourselves and give yourself too much praise
Whoa.
to picking
Brother,
non-top 10 WTA players. That is a
Brother,
fifth.
do
That is
not.
a wild
Do not.
wild
No,
Royal
no,
Rumble of a
Do
draw,
not.
and then you
Do
think,
not.
oh wow, just because you didn't
My
pick the
brother.
number 1 seed in the WTA
brother.
side,
My
and you think
brother,
that's
one
not the
second.
credit. But then you pick
Do
the
not.
1 seeds for Alcaraz and Sinner who haven't lost the matches all year, and then you say,
My
fun
brother.
picks.
My brother, do
And
not
you say like
pat
scrawny
yourself
guys.
on the back. Do not pat yourself on the back for one interesting
like
pick
scrawny
the
guys.
entire year. You have never taken an interesting pick. This is the first time. Do not pat yourself on the back.
I run a
for
6
taking
minute
this.
mile and you talk about you like scrawny guys.
Do not. I have no idea
Really
what you're
want the
saying.
comments, no.
Do not, for 1 second, pat yourself on the back for taking Taras Admin for a one-off tournament. You always take the number 1 seeds. Anyone who watches knows. Anyone who
No, I
listens
don't.
knows.
No, I don't.
Yes,
No,
you
I
do.
don't. I
Yes,
pick
you
the right pick. I pick the right pick. You just pick horrible picks, and then to make up for your horrible picks, you try to throw shade at me because you have horrible picks.
Check your record. Check your record, brother.
Exactly.
Your
Check the record. Exactly. I love to check the
It's not as
record.
good as you think.
Exactly.
It's not as good as you think.
Exactly. You like to check the
Your
record.
chair's falling.
It's not as good as you think, as I beg you. It's not as good as you think.
If it's not as good as I think, I guarantee you yours is worse. Yours is 100% worse.
Well, everyone wants to watch this trash talk.
Yours is
let's move
worse.
Let's move
I
on.
guarantee it.
The people know. The people know, Harun.
Exactly.
on,
The
man.
people
Let's move
know, and the people,
Let's move
the
on,
people
Harun.
will,
Come on.
the people love the
Harun,
truth,
let's move
and the
on.
truth
Come
will
on,
set
come
you
on.
free.
Let's
It
move.
will,
Come
it
on.
will set us all
Come on,
free.
guys. No one wants this.
Well, it's time to reveal who's the winner of the special Raw Optics glasses. And the winner is, everyone, drum roll. Yasmin Smith from the UK. Congratulations.
Oh.
You just won yourself a free
Yasmin.
Raw Optics Rublev Tempest pair. Congratulations. Welcome to the Raw Optics team.
Welcome.
They're cool. You're going to like them. I
Thank
really
you,
enjoy
Yasmin, for following. We appreciate the likes and subscription. Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. And guys, let us know what you think in the comments. And, you know, if you like this, you're going to really enjoy our latest interview with Coach Mikael Tillstrom. He's currently coaching Shapovalov. So many cool insights there. You need to check it out. And if you like that, go check our interview with Coach Kristof Vliegen. Maybe our best interview, funniest one ever. Hilarious.
Loved it.
Coach
Loved
of
it.
Greek sport. So many cool insights. Talked about what it was like as a player, as a coach, Alcaraz Sinner. It has it all. You're gonna love it. And you know what? Follow and subscribe so you can get all your tennis stories here every week. And we'll see you right after these cool Asian tournaments that are about to happen with all the cool stories.
Yes, sir.
See you next time.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.